everyone, it is time for more, so welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Go. And now my character is walking all over the place. I'm clearly at home, but my character is in the middle of the street. To start off this video, I want to give you a little tip that might be helpful. It might be worth it if you have a couple of eggs in your inventory, just like I am having right now over here. It might be worth it to just let your game run, and if you're like on the first floor, on the second floor of your apartment, or maybe in the basement, the GPS goes all wild and you end up starting to walk and stuff like that. It is really kind of scary and weird at the same time, but then again, it's kind of a little cool trick that I wanted to share with you guys. So this video is going to be a little bit different from my usual Pokemon Go videos. I suppose that every single Sunday from this point forward, I'm going to give you guys a little status report about how my progression has been for that week. So right off the bat here, just gonna let you guys know, this is obviously going to be the very first status report. We started off the game on the 6th of July, which was roughly 4 or 5 days ago, and the second day was being very hectic because obviously the server was down every single time. But I noticed that today the service has been just fine, a little hiccup here and there, but in overall it was the best day by a landslide. And I'm really happy that Niantic has stepped up their, servers or anything like that to make it a little bit better. So I suppose the way I'm going to be doing this is I'm going to be going over my achievements, then go over my Pokemon, then go over my thoughts, and maybe throw in like a little tip or something like that. So as you guys know, we just got started. Also the playlist of the Pokemon Go episodes that we've done so far of the walkthrough will be linked in the video description down below. That way you guys know what is going on. So we got started. We immediately joined Team Mystic because I thought it was a cooler team. Over here, we got a couple of achievements. In total, I apparently walked 45 kilometers in the past days since we got started. A good chunk of that, and I'm saying like 20 kilometers has been by bike, especially the first day has been by bike. But mostly like in the last like 2 days or so, I've really been walking quite a lot. Like I've been using my bike to go to the city, but then I park my bike and then we start to walk into the forest or something like that. We've been going to really nice spots here and there. But I'll get into that in different episodes. Over here, we have registered 74 Pokemon into the Pokédex. I'm actually going to be going to the Pokédex because you can actually see what you got over here. So we caught 74 people and 74 Pokemon, and we actually also seen 74 Pokemon. So that's a perfect 100% on my part there. Now, there's actually 2 Pokemon that ran away that I couldn't catch that were new to me. The first one was Charmander. Over here, as you guys can see, the lizard Pokemon Charmander. Eventually, I got it in a 5-kilometer egg, so you can actually get it from a 5 kilometers egg. And then the last one was Butterfree, which I surprisingly found in the wild again. This is a pretty tough Pokemon to catch, and I, recommend you use a raspberry on this particular Pokemon because otherwise it's gonna be pretty hard. You can actually see it at the left top corner there in the middle. I've seen it 2 times and I caught it 1 time. And then over here, the Charmander, seen it twice, caught it once. I saw it once and then another time I saw it coming from the egg, of course. I actually managed to get 2 Pikachus from an egg as well, which was pretty kind of crazy. And I think the highlight of the entire week had to be the moment I got Magmar. Almost. Guys, we need 2 more EVs. Oh, and then we can evolve. And I'm not... Oh, the egg. The egg is hatching.
I want to see.
Oh, there it is! There it is! Oh my god! Hello! There it is! What?
Wow!
Freaking Magmar, dude! Of course, I've been getting some other cool Pokemons in the meantime as well, but Magmar was such a unexpected surprise. In fact, I managed to get another Magmar from another 10-kilometer egg, which is kind of amazing and interesting at the same time. The second Magmar, which I'll show you guys in a second here, is a lot stronger and has different skills as well. So that's very, very cool. I mean, Magmar is kind of a nice attacker there, but he's relatively slow. But it's kind of a cool Pokemon to have. So those are most of my Pokemon. And also, the last Pokemon that I found as well at the bottom here is Dratini. Now, I know for a fact, I saw on Reddit and such that you are actually able to get yourself a Dragonite in the mountains by a lake, but that's really, really rare. Pokemons like Lapras, Mr. Mime, Dragonite, I think Porygon as well are all falling under the category as extremely specially rare. And if you find one of those, then you're really in luck. Aside from that, Electabuzz, Cider, Magmar are also really pretty extreme rare Pokemons at the same time as well. So that being said, let's actually go ahead and go to the Pokemon. What are my strongest Pokemon? Starting off with the VAPOREON over here. This is my strongest Pokemon. I hatched a Eevee today, and I got some candy and I actually evolved the Eevee. Now I honestly don't know what triggers the different evolutions. Some people say it is based on your team. That is not true. Some people say it's based on the skill of the Eevee. Now this Eevee in particular had the skill Dig. Now I know that there's one with Swift and another one with, I think, Quick Attack, but I'm not sure of it. But I honestly don't think that is the truth, because I still remember my VAPOREON also having the skill Dig, just like this Flareon had. So yeah, this Flareon, I actually put a picture in the screen of the Eevee, or if I have it, I'm not sure. But it was 650 where I caught it. So you might be curious, why is the Eevee that you catch so high? But that's really because I've leveled up a lot. I'm currently level 22 in the game. I've been playing a lot. And to tell you guys the truth, I have been on a lucky egg almost constantly, because I just don't want to waste a single opportunity. I have been off a lucky egg from time to time, but I do have a lot of them into my inventory, and I'll get back to that in a little while. So let's actually go back to the Pokemon here. VAPOREON is in the key spot of my city or town. I think that I'm the #2 highest leveled Pokemon trainer in my city, and the highest one is also part of Team Blue, which is kind of amazing. So Team Blue is definitely dominating in my city right now. To join Team Mystic. Team Mystic is awesome, but there is some Team Yellow out there, there is some Team Instinct, and there's also some Team Red, Team Valor out there. My neighbor is actually always contesting me for the gym nearby my house, and he is from Team Instinct, so that's kind of cool. We got a Jolteon. I have a bunch of Hypnos. Those are all evolved Drowsies, which I managed to capture. This Seaking over here, I caught it by surprise. I was on an instance in the forest, like in the middle of the forest. There was no water there whatsoever, and I caught this Seaking. Pretty hyped up, pretty exciting. I was really surprised when I got that one. Pretty cool. This is the second Magmar that I got, which has the Karate Chop, but also the Fire Punch. Now, Fire Punch is actually really... Now, the phone's not really, yeah, there it is. Fire Punch is such a, it's kind of a nice skill to have. It's relatively quick, and it definitely, that definitely covers for the slow Karate Chop that you got. Let's actually go to my second Magmar here, which I called Fire Duck, because he looks like a fire duck, honestly. But this one has a flamethrower. Now, flamethrower is a really slow attack. I honestly think that Karate Chop and the Fire Punch combo is a lot better. It actually brings me to my next point. Be careful, and this is a tip to you guys. Be careful of what you evolve if you want to use it as your main. If you, for instance, got two Pokemon which are about the same CP, just take a look at what kind of attacks they have, and if they are from a specific type, such like Water Gun or something like that. And yeah, you just evolve the one that has the best skills if the CP is very similar to each other, because you obviously want to have the best Pokemon out there, and some attacks are really slow to charge up and others are just really fast to execute, so you may want to try it out for yourself at a gym. Gyms has been an absolutely nightmare. Like a lot of gyms, whenever you take down the Pokemon hangs at 1 HP. There's no definite bug about it, there's no definite fix for that right now. Sometimes some people say try to run away or just give up or try to stay until the timer goes to 0. That all doesn't work. I already tried it and it doesn't work. So that kind of sucks. I found that Zubat is the hardest Pokemon. No, Golbat is the hardest Pokemon to catch because it's so. I found it so tough to throw the ball at the Pokemon. It is such a small little hitbox out there, and I think that the Pokemon Ghastly and Haunter, which I caught over here, Haunter, have the biggest hitbox. Like you can literally throw it anywhere on the screen, and then you will almost catch these. These are big Pokemon for sure. So that's pretty cool. One thing that I'm currently focusing on is my quest to a Gyarados, because Gyarados is kind of a special Pokemon when it comes down to Pokemon Go. I honestly don't know if any one of you guys out there actually did manage to catch a Gyarados, or if you evolved a Magikarp, but if you did evolve a Magikarp, shout out to you because it's extremely hard. Take a look at this. The Magikarp actually requires you 400 Magikarp candy in order to evolve it into a Gyarados. Now tomorrow I'm gonna be going on a Magikarp hunt, and if I manage to get a Gyarados, I'll make sure that I'm gonna record the moment I'm getting it, show you guys the previous CP, and then show you guys the ending result of the CP. So that should be pretty interesting. That's going to be an episode on its own. So yeah, that's the Magikarp. Other than that, these are just Pokemon that I have, and I try to have one of each Pokemon out there, obviously, with an exception of some, for instance, like VooDooJoe, Caterpie, the Rattata, and the Pidgeys, like those, and the Spearows, those keep appearing non-stop. So that really just was my first week in Pokemon Go. Also, I try to have incubators up at all times. You might be wondering, how do you get a lot of incubators? Well, I am not free. Look at this. This is exactly what I mean. If you have your game open, then the game is just gonna play by itself. I mean, your eggs are gonna be hatching. I'm just sitting in my chair doing absolutely nothing, and this thing suddenly hatched. And this is a Sandshrew. That's really cool. Another tip: if you hatch Pokemon from eggs, it's gonna give you a lot of candy. Right now, I need one more Sandshrew, and I can make a Sandslash, and that's pretty awesome. This one, as you guys can see at the right top corner, the little white bulb. Or the little white orb is really far towards the right. That means it's at the top of its potential capacity. The CP is going to increase as your level increase, of course, as well. But yeah, that's just part of the matter here. So I've been doing really well. I'm also saving up my Stardust for a specific Pokemon that I want to level up. For instance, like my Flareon. So brings me to my next point, my items over here. At level 12, you are going to be unlocking the Great Ball. The Great Ball will be available at Pokéstops, which is really kind of cool. At level 8, you're going to be unlocking the Raspberry, which makes it easier for you to catch Pokemon. It's basically like some sort of like, hey, stay here, chill out or something like that, and the Pokemon get relaxed, and it's definitely noticeable that they are easier to catch. On level 15, you're going to be unlocking Hyper Potions. Hyper Potions are pretty nice if you are focusing on gym battles. Revives, just throw them away until you have like 5 of them or like 10 of them, because you honestly barely ever use them. That's what I noticed, right? And on level 20, you actually will be unlocking Ultra Balls, and you can actually also find them in Pokéstops. Now, I know for a fact that there are Master Balls in the game, or Master Balls. I'm not sure, probably level 30 or something like that. I'm gonna make sure to inform you guys whenever I find anything different from what we've seen. Probably like a Super Revive is going to be a thing. Maybe, I don't know, we're just gonna have to see about this. Now you might be wondering, how did I get a whole lot of instants or lucky eggs? Well, there's a referral code in the video description down below if you want to earn yourself some free Pokecoins. You can actually download apps for free, get credits, and then exchange them into gift cards that you can use for your account up here. So as you guys can see, I actually have a whole lot of Pokecoins. Maybe I can show you guys my profile. It's on my profile as well. I got the 5,310 Pokecoins. And as a matter of fact, here's a little gift card for you guys. An iTunes gift card for the US store that you guys can use in the App Store. Make sure you let me know in the comment section down below if you actually managed to get it. And I'm gonna be maybe doing some giveaway like in the next video as well. So be sure to subscribe so that way you guys won't miss out on that. Anyway, that's basically my progression when it comes down to Pokemon Go. We're halfway to level 23, doing really well for 5 days. I imagine, like, I'm doing really well, I feel. And I'm excited for next week. Hopefully, my goals for next week is to get one Pokemon up to 2000 CP, get myself that Gyarados, get myself up to level 30, and we're just gonna have to see how we're gonna be going from there. And also, I'm gonna be posting up a bunch of guides on the channels as well. So, yeah, that is the status report. I want to know from you guys how well you guys have been doing, what kind of the remarkable Pokemon you caught, what level you are, how much you walked is also pretty important, and sure, share me some of your achievements as well. Anyway, I got 2 golden medals right now, and also some of these will unlock at random. For instance, Dragon Tamer, I suddenly saw this one whenever I found a Dratini. So yeah, anyway, that's gonna be doing it for me for now. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this status report, and as always, make sure that if you guys like this video to boom, give it a thumbs up. That being said, this has been Reversal for Pokemon Go. I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.